To our advisor, to the panelists, and facilitator, I would like to greet you all a pleasant morning. We are the 47th group and we're here to present our feasibility study entitled Acceptability of Cineville Movie House in Candelaria, Quezon. First of all, I'm Danica Hardin to introduce Cineville, a movie theater with services like home. We conceptualize this business because this pandemic, the isolation that people experience is extremely difficult, especially for those who rely on social circles for comfort. Also, most cinemas or big cinemas are forced to close down in order to prevent the virus. There are limited ways to watch movies at home now, but there is no denying that some people miss watching movies on bigger screens. Cineville Movie House will provide rooms that people can rent out to enjoy watching movies again on bigger screens with their friends and family. The rooms have limited capacity so that safety precautions are still strictly followed. Here's a picture of how we glimpse our movie rooms are gonna be. The general objective of this study is to determine the acceptability of establishing a movie house in Candelaria, Quezon in the situation of a pandemic. The specific objectives of the study seeks to determine the implementation steps needed to be done in providing a new safe place for watching movies, to practice marketing strategies, and consider different factors in order to make the business feasible to establish a strong perceived value needs for potential customers, to easily manipulate expenses, and to efficiently analyze and minimize risks and losses during the first year of operations, to describe the characteristics of a potentially interested investor to the business, to employ a good management that is responsible for the overall success of the business operation, and lastly, to offer new opportunities for the people and also pay the corresponding fees and taxes to the government.
The next one is the technical aspect. In service preparation, the proponents gathered all the raw materials, equipments, appliances, and legal documents that will be needed in building the Cineville movie house, and the exact amount of all those are measured, including the labors. Next slide. In service implementation, the Cineville movie house will provide a comfortable seating for its customers to view widescreen with high quality film, good sound quality, and second run movies. Next slide, please. In service description, the services offered by Cineville includes 5 comforting theater rooms with artistry and appeal, along with a mini snack station. Each room will have distinctive characteristics suited for the preferences of different kinds of audience. All of the rooms can be rented for a minimum of 2 hours, long enough for one film. The rooms are named after famous actors and actresses. Next slide. As you can see in the production schedule, it shows a Gantt chart containing the schedules of Cineville Movie House that will start operating at the month of January, year 2022. Next slide. In this schedule, it demonstrates the daily operations of Cineville Movie House. The time that the daily operations will start will be at the 9 in the morning to 9 in the evening. Next slide. In the project size, Cineville Movie House is a 100 square meter facility and the monthly rent expense will cost 25,000 pesos. Next slide, please. In the location, Cineville is located at the second floor of Hyundai Building along Maharlika Highway, Barangay Malabanban Norte, Candelaria, Quezon. Next slide, please. This is the actual location of the business. One of the reasons why it is a perfect locale for the proposed movie house is because it is an accessible place where potential customers pass by because it is along the highway, so it is easily seen and discoverable. Next slide, please. For the floor plan, as you can see, when the customers enter the facility of Cineville Movie House, there will be a reception area where they can check in to the rooms available, a mini snack bar, the rooms, and there will also be 2 public comfort rooms for male and female, and the most important part when it comes to emergency is the fire exit. Next slide, please. For the marketing aspect, the first one is market segmentation. The basis for segmentation that Cineville uses is a combination of geographic and demographic. Next slide, please. The first one is families. Families contains adults and parents with younger children that wants to bond in an expensive, good quality and family-oriented entertainment experience. And the second one is the young adults. It is composed of 18 to 25-year-olds because most of the young adults wants to experience of things like meeting meeting or hanging out with their friends or loved ones. It is affordable for them because if calculated, each individual that belongs to a group can afford it when they contributed equally. Next one, please. The next one is the target market. As you can see, Cineville Movie House will target teenagers, 13 to 17-year-olds, and young adults, 18 to 25-year-olds, to offer an unforgettable and nostalgic experience. And the second one also is the families that belongs in lower middle class, upper middle class, and upper income, but not the rich class. Next one, please. As you can see in the market positioning, the Cineville Movie House is placed at the right side of high selection and high convenience. This means that we offer many and highly selections of movies and convenient place because due to the pandemic, watching in theaters has low convenience because there's a risk of getting infected in crowded places. While in Cineville, we offer a spacious room good for a group of people or family to bond with each other. The next one, please. For the marketing strategies involves four P's. These are the product or the service, place, price, and promotion. Next slide, please. As for the service, as part of the business ventures purpose to satisfy the needs, wants, and demands of movie lovers, new concepts will spice up quality-oriented and efficient services in the long run. Cineville Movie House offers per package inclusive of food and drinks already. As part of the business platform, Cineville is committed in making the business venture a competitive market through, through efficiency and quality, and also it values both profitability and viability. Next slide, please. As for the price, as you can see in the table, it shows the price range of services per package offered by Cineville. Value-based pricing is the strategy that Cineville uses for pricing the products and services. This means that the prices are based on the package's perceived value rather than the usual cost plus pricing of an item. Next slide, please. Next slide. As for the promotion, there will be three variety of methods that the Cineville Movie House will be using in promoting the business to the public. The first one is strategically based advertisements, wherein posters and flyers will be distributed vigorously to create awareness of the business within the community of Candelaria, Quezon. The second one is online advertising, wherein social media plays a significant medium to reach out thousands of potential customers in just a click coordinated with only less expense. The third one is grassroots methods, where customers will be given coupons and avail loyalty cards that offers rewards, discounts, and other special incentives as a way to attract and retain customers.
For the financial aspect, here is Cineville's initial capital requirement. To finance the pre-operating expenses such as the licenses and fees, the fixed assets, and the operating expenses for the first month. A total of 743,800 pesos is needed to establish the movie house. The breakdown of these costs are documented in detail in our manuscript. The sources of financing for Cineville will be from the combination of personal savings from the owners, and also we will look for two remaining investors for the initial requirement. The financial assumptions of Cineville are the following. For the pre-operating expenses, the total of 7,399 pesos. For the cost of raw materials and supplies, for the operating expenses, 240,215 and 55 centavos monthly, and 2,882,586 and 60 centavos yearly. So this is the projected daily revenue from their main service of renting movie rooms. So there are 12 hours of daily operations in our establishment. So 6 batches of customers are assumed to be entertained in each room since one movie has a has an average length of 2 hours. Aside from that, we also have an income from sale of goods since we also offer other snacks available for customers who might have other tastes from the popcorn and drinks that are already inclusive in the packages. Lastly, the projected net income. So this is the daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly income. If everything goes according to plan and all of these financial assumptions are met, the return of investment is on the first year of operations as well, since 4,086,743 and 40 centavos will be earned in a year.
I am Jarati Patulot for the management and socio-economic aspects. The management aspect is composed of the following data: form of ownership, business name and logo, vision and mission statements, human resources and job description, and health and safety management. Next slide, please. Cineville Movie House is in the form of a partnership, specifically a general partnership. All of the partners are general partners with no limited partners. Thus, all partners are liable to the extent of their separate properties. Moreover, the partners will get a percentage of ownership and equal contributions of a capital and profit or loss sharing according to the percentage of ownership among them as partners. The partners can be dissolved anytime as long as the dissolution and liquidation is agreed by all partners. Now let's proceed to the business name and logo. The proposed name for the movie house is Cineville. It is a combination of words cine, which means movie in Tagalog, and ville, which means city or town in French. The name is catchy and very easy to remember, so anyone can guess easily what the business is all about once they hear it. On the other hand, business logo is composed of a simple illustration of a house and a fancy font for the letter V in the Cineville that looks like a film strip. The venture selected the color black and red to forge a visual connection about the company's value and personality. Red symbolizes warmth and comfort, just like what the business strives to provide to people, whereas black depicts elegance that Cineville wants to apply to the establishment of their enterprise. Next slide, please. Vision and mission statements. Vision. Cineville strives to provide rewarding and memorable aesthetic experiences to its audiences, to be a valued cultural asset of the community, to be a go-to leisure place for people to bond with their family and reunite with their friends. The mission of Cineville is to provide comfort and relive the cinematic experience in the new normal setting style, to entertain, thrill, and enrich our community by incorporating technologies and innovations. Providing a safe, fun, and a welcoming environment is one of our priorities as a new movie house in the town. Next. The organizational structure of the business consists of one general manager, two assistant managers, and four employees. The general manager will be in charge of overseeing all business transactions, sales, and finance, as well as managing the business. The The assistant managers will be in charge of service and distribution, as well as aiding clients to feel more at ease, and as well as inventory and supply monitoring for the operation services. The employees will be responsible for cleaning the rooms and maintaining the quality of the presentation and technical operations. And in the manuscript, there is a detailed job description of human resources of the movie house. Next will be the health and safety management. Cineville guarantees that both employees and its customers will have a safe and healthy environment. The performance of well-trained employees with positive behavior and attitude is one of the assets of the business that will be able to attract loyal customers. The staffs or employees are required to the staffs or employees and customers are required to wear face masks, their polo shirts, uniforms with their name tags pinned on it, black pants and black shoes as proper attire at work. And Cinebel will also follow the safety and health protocol enforced by the IATF. Hence, before the entry of each customer, there will be a temperature check and they should spray alcohol on their hands Afterwards, they are required to put their name, address, and cell phone number on Cineville's digital system at the reception area. Furthermore, the customers are prohibited to bring cigarettes, alcohol beverages, and outside foods. The movie house has two fire extinguishers and a fire exit with an escape ladder in case of fire or any hazardous or contingent events. And then the socio-economic aspects. With the emergence of the project, there is a necessity to require resources from the community for helping it to prosper. Cineville will consider fostering proper relationship in the community and economy. The venture will offer opportunities for the people and also pay the corresponding fees and taxes to the government. This commitment will result to the employment and revenue for the constructing government project for the benefit of the public, hence through promoting equal dissemination of wealth and welfare. And lastly, the project summary. The noble purpose of Cineville is to simply bring people back together through movies. The most feasible solution for both the project and the future of our company is the improved marketing strategies. This kind of business really has a potential, especially now that big cinemas are still closed down. Indeed, it is a feasible in nature. And as you can see at the last pages of the manuscript, it includes the references, appendices that consist of letter to the dean and letter to the respondents, survey questionnaire, and the curriculum vitae of the proponents. And thank you for listening on our visual presentation of our study entitled Acceptability of Cineville Movie House in Candelaria, Quezon. The room is now open for questions, suggestions, and recommendations. Thank you.
Okay, so congratulations to the presenters, Ms. Danica Rosardin, Rochelle Enriquez, and Jaira Patulot. So we proceed with our question and answer, starting with our subject specialist, Sir Dennis Lorica.
Okay, thank you po and congrats sa inyong presentation. So medyo parang dami ko atang tanong sa inyo pero sige, isa-isahin lang natin ha. So my first question is, ang comment ko muna, yung business concept is okay. Maganda yung business concept ninyo. Kaya lang, ayun nga, medyo worry ako kung yung business concept na yan ay sa panahong ito ng pandemya, medyo nag-aalanganin ako, no? So ito na lang, what is it in Cineville that people will go even if there's a home online streaming, tsaka may internet na at pandemic pa yung situation? Kasi sabi nyo nga sa study, may mga Netflix, ano yung pwedeng maging dahilan nila para pumunta sila sa inyong business?
Yes, we are aware of this underlying issue. At first, the Cineville concept may sound futile, but one may think that everyone can watch online movies at home now. But let's take note that not everyone has a stable internet connection. So we will get our movies online. And right now, since you mentioned it, the pandemic, the most students have online classes and some students also use only the data connection. So we all know that playing a movie, especially because it has a length of 2 hours, it is data consuming. So some people might not be able to watch movies at all as well. We also mentioned in our background of the study and rationale combined that there are still some reasons why it is still worth watching a movie outside instead of your homes.
Okay, so ang pinaka-ano ko lang kasi dyan is yun nga. So if you will pursue that kind of business, be sure to it that you will follow the protocols and ang priority nyo is yung safety ng mga moviegoers, okay? So next is technical. So I have noticed on sa figure 1 yung sa flowchart, sa service implementation, I think yung nilagay dyan is more on the service preparation, ha? So doon dapat siya nakalagay yung nasa service implementation yung mahaba. So bali, ang gagawin nyo sa service implementation, magawa kayo ng bago. For example lang naman to ha, start at customers paying the entrance fee, then next giving them instruction about the movie house policy, then assisting them to the rooms, attending to the needs while watching, reminding them about their time limit. So, yun yung pwede nyong ilagay doon sa service implementation. Ang nakalagay kasi is more on the service preparation. Okay? Then, ayun nga, since movie house tayo, we're in the pandemic situation, I want you to be particular with the disinfection policies. Okay? So, as you have mentioned, when or what is the frequency of your disinfecting doon sa movie house? Kailan nyo ba i-disinfect yung movie house na yan for a day? Ilang beses?
Like
Anyone?
for 3 days, 3 times a week po.
Okay, would that be enough? Kasi I think it's better nga sana kung after ng isang batch ng nanonood, disinfect agad kayo eh. Kasi yun yung mahirap na concern natin. Although, hindi naman ganun magiging malaki yung cost nyo sa disinfecting kasi pwede naman after ng isang batch na nanonood, spray nyo lang ng alcohol yung mga inupuan nila, konting punas. That would be okay. Mas
What
much
we
better.
mean, sir, what we mean for disinfecting is cleaning the whole place, like disinfecting it in a good service. Like we're going to get a service for that.
Okay, okay yun. Pero ang inaano ko
But
nga kasi, yung frequency sana nung pagdi-disinfect.
yes,
Kasi,
sir, before the closing of the business, we will do
okay,
with
so
the
ang
employees.
magiging pagdi-disinfect nyo, pagsasarado na.
Yes, sir. And
Okay, so,
every after the customer leaves.
yun nga. So, yun yung aking gustong sabihin na sana ang gawin yung disinfecting or disinfection doon, policy doon sa inyo is kada aalis ang customer, spray kayo, mag-disinfect kayo para ready na siya for the next customer. Mas
Yes, po.
maganda yon
That's what
kasi para mas
we
maiwasan
mean.
natin yung yun yung spread of infection. Na kung kasi ang mangyayari diyan, kung hindi niyo agad yung disinfection frequently, maaring magkaroon kayo ng case ng kaso diyan or halimbawa man, wag naman sana na magkaroon ng magka-COVID diyan kasi hindi kayo disinfect frequently, maaring magsara yung business, di ba? So yun yung issue natin dito. Okay? Then sa market segmentation, ayun, mas maganda lagyan natin ng pie chart. Then, ipakita nga na ang target market is yung teenagers and young adult. Kaya lang, ang concern ko sa target market ninyo, since they are teenagers, 13 to 17 years old, tapos young adults, 18 to 25 years old. My concern here is their capacity to avail your service or to pay for your service. Since sila ay mga estudyante pa, paano sila makakapanood ng sine kung mga estudyante pa sila, saan sila kukuha ng pera? So, mahirap din. Okay, so ano bang pwedeng sagot nyo dyan?
Sir, as I said earlier, um, they can contribute equally because most of the groups hang out with each other. They are contributed for the amount. Like they will pay
Ambagan.
halfly. Yes, sir. That's what I mean.
Okay, pero ang concern ko pa rin, estudyante pa nga lang yung target market ninyo. So anyway, hindi naman sila ganun siguro ka-frequent manonood ng sine. So yun lang yung concern ko doon sa inyong target market, yung capacity to buy or pay for your service. Okay? Then, siguro last na, yung sa inyong initial capital, yung 743,800. So I'm not sure ha, pero medyo nagdududa kasi ako kung sufficient na siya or hindi. Pero anyway, concern ko lang naman yan. So I think that would be all. So thank you. Yun lang naman yung concern ko.
Thank you so much po, Sir Dennis Lorica. So we proceed po for our financial analyst, Sir John Michael Lau po.
Hi, good morning. Miss Jaira, Rochelle, and Danica, di ba? Alright. So, yun, very good no, for this. Yun nga, tama din yung sabi ni Sir Dennis, no? Our concern is basically there are a lot of competitors, no? Like Netflix or any other platform wherein you can be able uh, to watch no the video. All right, but for me, since I am focusing more on the accounting aspect or the finance aspect, no, my question here is, what do you mean here of 1,600, 1,200, 1,000? Ito ba ay per packs or it would depends on the 10 to 12 packs or 7 to 9 packs? Anong ibig sabihin?
It depends on the inclusion, sir, and for the rooms.
Okay. So, meaning, you will rent the room for about 1,600. Tama ba? Then the
Yes, sir,
cost,
for DiCaprio. For
okay. Gets
allotted
na.
time 2 hours.
So, halimbawa, isa lang yung tao, okay lang. 1,600 yung igagastos ko, no? Parang ganun. So, parang meron kayong mga rooms, no? Ano yun? DiCaprio ba yun? Tama ba? Tama, no? Alright. So basically, tama din yung sabi din ni Sir Dennis, no? Ano yung ano yung advantage nyo na and DiCaprio, Reeves and Bullock and Aniston. So ano yung advantage nyo na pupunta pa sa inyo na wherein you can be able naman na sa bahay lang? Ano yung advantage na in terms of your movie theater ba? Okay?
Sir, first of all, there is a bigger screen because not everyone
Bigger
has
screen.
a large television at home, and there's
Mm.
also factors like, for example, focus. So if you watch movies at home, you can be disturbed by your other family members or other things. For example, your parents ask you to do something, so you will be disturbed. And in
Mm.
watching our in a specific place outside, you it requires you to pay attention more, since all you have to do is to sit back and relax in our facility. And lastly, it helps you to cope up with mental struggles nowadays because of the isolation, since you are getting some fresh air outside, and also you meet up with your friends after a long time of not seeing them.
Saka you forgot pa, Danica, yung popcorn. Ano bang na sa popcorn ba? Anyway, baka ano, 'di ba mas maganda din, no, advice ko, dapat kakaiba yung popcorn niya. 'Di ba? At least hindi lang yung cinema, but of course, yung popcorn din yung inahabol sa inyo, 'di ba? So tama din 'yan, no? At least parang 'di ba nakita ko doon parang meron kayong ano ba 'yan? Boxes of popcorn ba? Anyway, 'yan. Number 2, no? Number 2, my question here is you will accept investors, 'di ba? Ba't kayo mag-accept ng investors? I believe you will accept 2 investors. Tama na? So, ano yung reason kung bakit you will accept investors?
Because we are aware that the amount of initial requirement that we need is huge, and we're students now, so our funding is limited. And also we want to have more minds on the team, since in equity financing we don't need to repay them. We will just They will just earn if we earn, and we don't really need to repay them the amount of initial requirement.
Pero hindi sila part ng company. Parang investors lang.
They can be a part. It depends on them if they want to be, uh, if they want to
With the
consult with
proper
us.
remuneration, di ba? Alright. Sige, very good for this, no? And also, by the way, I think dalawa lang kayo, no? Kahapon, and then ngayon. So, sa nakita ko sa papers, dalawa lang kayo. Very good, no? Very good for the very detailed costing. Very detailed in terms of projected costs. Talagang hinimay nyo isa-isa. Alright. So, gusto ko to yan. Gusto ko yan. Yung iba kasi yung walang ganun, no? Also, you have a projected income statement. Very good for that. And also projected sales and sales forecast. Tama ba? As in, kahit yung chippy ba, or chips, no? You have a forecast for that. So, very good on that, no? So, for that, for me, no, maganda yung paper nyo in terms of the assumptions, in terms of the finance. Alright, so very good. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you po, sir. Okay, thank you po. So, next po, we proceed with our technical uh, editor, Sir Ma'am Minerva Manalo.
Okay, good morning po and congratulations sa ating presenter. So, siguro dapat gagawin niyo muna natin is sundin niyo yung mga comments and suggestions ng mga naunang panels, and then ako yung final thoughts. But then I have some comments and suggestions, no? So, yung title, dapat siguro ayusin natin yung format, no space. So, yung nakita ko kasi dun sa inyong manuscript, malaki yung space niya. And then, so, nakita ko maganda naman siya. Meron na siyang table of contents. So, madaling makita. Unlike nung iba na walang table of contents. So, again, piliin nyo lang yung mga importanteng objectives, no? Medyo maraming objectives. Piliin nyo yung pinakang the best, no? So, avoid cutting the tables, no? So, mas maganda kasi yung hindi kinakat yung tables dun sa inyong manuscript. And then, hanap kayo ng magandang image ng inyong movie house, no? So, to say, hindi ako nagagandahan doon sa image ng inyong movie house. Kailangan siya ay attractive. Hanap kayo ng mas maganda pa siya, no? Para mas ma-encourage yung mga tao na pumasok, no? So, same size ng tables and figures. Dapat sundin nyo yung same size, no? And then, you should follow the correct margins. Sa left side ay 1.5 and then the rest ay 1 inch lang. So, yung aking last din na questions, so based dun sa mga naunang panel, so you may encounter different problems. So, how can you cope that, no? Since with the advent of technology, so people can easily watch movies, no? Meron siyang platforms, yung mga Netflix, Smart TV. So, mas madali nang makapanood yung tao ng mga movie houses. So, ano yung mga, ang tanong ko, ano yung mga additional strategies, no? And then yung mga promotion na yung gagawin para mas ma-encourage pa yung mga tao na manood dun sa inyong movie house.
Um, ma'am, ma'am, as mentioned earlier by my group mates, the in your home you can't really focus on what you are watching, and you won't have active engagement with the movie, leading to dissatisfaction. I think there's a technical problem with as I've said, ma'am.
Okay,
You
go.
you can't really focus watching movies at home, and you won't have active engagement with the movie, leading to dissatisfaction from the experience of watching movies. In Cineville, we offer new experiences that will satisfy moviegoers. We have aesthetic, cozy, and comfy ambience, yummy snacks, and other gimmicks that are included in the promotion. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, that's why you should improve the image of your movie house. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much po to our dear panelists, and may we request po for a photo opportunity po with open cam. Thank you po. Okay, congrats again, Rochelle, Jaira, and Danica. Patawag na